each other different names. We would build a rocket ship and then we'd fly it far away. Used to dream of outer space, but now they're laughing at the face, saying, wake up, you need to make money. Yeah. We used to play pretend with each other different names, and then we'd fly a rocket ship and then we'd fly it far away. But now they're laughing at the space, but now they're laughing at the face, saying, wake up, you need to make money. Yeah.
Hey everybody, and welcome out to this week's ClickFunnels Q&A webinar. My name is Mark Bangeter, and I am your host today. And there may be a little bit of a delay, but we're doing something new today. So I'm going to pull up. I got to make sure I can see your guys' questions here on the video. So let's see here. So yeah, it's a little bit different. Looks like some people are coming in from the group. There won't be an email for this. The reminder is in Facebook. So let's go ahead and get started. You should be able to see me. There's a little bit of a delay, like I said, but let me. It looks like some people are still asking for the link. So I'm going to go ahead and add it right here. So we are doing Facebook Live today, and yep. So this is going to get this is being recorded, and let's see. I'm just trying to see how many people we have on right now. Let's see. You know, this is kind of all a little new to me. So let's see here. All right. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started, and I'll pull up your questions here. Got a question here from Tyler. Go ahead and leave your questions in the comments on the video. So I'm going to go ahead and switch to my screen here, and you know, go ahead, add your comments add your questions into the comments, and then we will be getting started. So if you're watching on the Facebook group, I may not see your questions, so click the link to actually go to the Facebook page. So the video is probably streaming into the group, but it actually, the comments are going to be showing up on the Facebook page. A little bit confusing, but I just want to make sure all the comments show up in the right place. So here's what I'll do. I'm actually going to turn off commenting on the group post, and so any questions actually need to come in on the post that's on the actual Facebook page. So all right, let's go ahead and get started then. So Tyler had a question. He said, I'd love to see some examples or tips for the new survey element. So you guys should be able to see my screen. And so let me go ahead. I'm going to close this out. And I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to create a new funnel here. We'll just do an opt-in. And let's just call this a survey funnel. I'll just group this with demos. And let's see. Click build funnel. It's a good thing I have multiple monitors, because I don't know that doing a live stream like this would be possible without it. I'm going to go ahead and just start with a blank template. Well, actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and start with this. I like this template. It's a good looking template. So basically, there's a couple of different things with the survey. One, the survey doesn't capture the email address of the user. And so you either want to capture their email address before they get to the survey or after. Okay. So I'm going to have my opt-in step first, so I can capture their email address. And then I'm actually going to set up my thank you page. This is going to be the survey. Might as well use the matching template here. Let's see. All right, there we go. So I'm actually going to rename this. This is going to be the survey page. And I'm just going to have these two pages for now. So basically, I have an opt-in form on this first step, and then I'm going to add a survey to the second step. You guys still hear me? You should be able to hear me still. Just wait for some comments to come in. Should be able to hear me. I noticed that the other last week we were doing a Facebook Live and audio kind of dropped out. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up in the editor. And all right, so this, I don't need really any of this stuff here on this template, but let's just say complete the questionnaire below. I think I spelled questionnaire wrong. Let's see. There we go. And then I'm just going to delete this headline. So we just got some text here. And then I'm going to add a survey element here. So just click on that. And that's going to add the basic survey element. And so let's see. So basically, when you set up the survey, it would probably, my recommendation would be to actually just create your survey first, kind of map out what you want it to do. Okay. Otherwise, you get in here and you might not know exactly how you want your survey to be set up. So let's kind of map out a survey first. I did one before, and I used an example of like someone getting leads for like real estate or insurance or financial broker. So let's do something similar like that. Let's find out someone's industry. Okay, so let's do the same thing. So question 1 is industry, and that's going to be, let's say, real estate. Let's say insurance. Let's say financial planner. And let's just go with those 3, okay? And so those are the first 3 questions. Now, basically, the second question I want to be, how much money did you make? But I want to customize it to each for real estate, insurance, and financial planner. So I'm actually going to have sub-questions. Okay, so these are sub-questions here. So 2A, 2B, 2C. So real estate is going to go to 2A. Insurance is going to go to 2B. Financial provider is going to go to 2C. Okay. Now, let's do one more step here. And let's say, for this example, the answers. So the answers are going to be the same. What's going to change is the question. But let's just say for the answers, we have, let's say, 50K. Let's do less than 250K. And let's do less than $1 million and 1 million plus. Okay. So those would be all our answers. And then what I want to do is if somebody answers like 1 million plus, I want to send them to a different page. And so I want them to go and apply for like my high ticket coaching program, right? One, because they said they made over $1 million, so they should be able to afford it. But also it may be different. Like if somebody only made 50K in real estate, maybe I need to teach them something else, right? Or if they only made 50K in financial planning, I need to teach them something else before I get them to my high ticket funnel, right? And so we can have each one of these answers go to a completely different page. But I'm just going to show you kind of the 1 million plus. Well, maybe let's do the 50K one as well. So 50K, just so we have a couple of different options. This is going to be for my course, my 997 course or something like that, right? Or whatever it might be. Maybe it's a book, maybe it's something else. But whatever my lower ticket item might be, we'll do that. So Steven's asking, what tool am I drawing with? Oh wow, you can't reply to comments, but I'm using awwapp.com. So that's interesting. Hold on. Can't see all the comments. Using AWW. All right, there we go. All right, so yeah, there you go. Kathy just posted the link. Actually, awwapp.com. That's the link. Okay, so this is like a real basic survey, and my suggestion, don't overcomplicate this. Like you could really go crazy with this and segment people into like 60,000 different sub segments, but then you'd have to have a separate funnel for each one. So just keep it as simple as possible, and so let's go back here to the funnel. And my first question here, I'm going to go in here to edit it. And this is going to be, what's my first question? What industry are you in? What industry are you in? Please, I'm just going to say, please select one. And then I can do pictures if I want. So I can have some images. And I can change how this is laid out, basically. I'm going to leave it as a vertical list. And then I'm going to hide the radio button. So then I click right here to edit the thumbnail. And let's do a house here. And then let's do money here. And then let's do the person here. So the house, this is going to be real estate. And I did what? Insurance. I'm going to do insurance is going to be the person here. And then this is going to be financial planner. Okay. So now you see I have this option to redirect to a different question, but I haven't set up my next question yet. So I'm actually going to go back and then I'm going to add a question group. So question group's a little bit different. It basically, it's for when you're creating a question that's, like you want different variations of the same question, basically. So this one is, how much money did you make? How much money did you make last year in real estate? Okay. No, you don't have to do a subtitle, but I always just do please select one. And then I'm going to do text only for this one with a circle for the radio button. You can change that. You can do square, but then it looks like a checkbox. So I don't like doing that one. I'll just do the circle. Now I'm going to add my answers. And then let's say less than 50,000, less than 250,000, less than 1 million. Let's do that. Forgot a zero. And then more than 1 million. There we go. So there's my answers. And then I can change where this one redirects also. But I'm going to come back here, and then what I'm going to do is actually just duplicate this question 2 more times. And I can go in here and change this one. So this is going to be, how much money did you make last year as a financial planner? And then these answers are going to be the same. So I'm going to go back. And then this one is going to be how much did you make last year in insurance? And then those answers are going to be the same. And I'm going to go back. So now I can change, where they go based on those answers. I could add another question here at this point, or I could just send them right to whatever landing page I want, right? And so if I don't really care where they go, I would just leave it as next, like next question. And if there's no next question, it's going to automatically end the survey. Survey is going to automatically send them to the next page in the funnel. It's kind of the default condition, or default outcome, I should say. And so I need to change these answers though, because if they answer real estate, I need to send them to how much money did you make last year in real estate? Then this one's how much did you make last year as a financial planner? This one's how much money did you make last year in insurance? Okay. So that's gonna kind of be it here. You'll see now, you see these yellow boxes. It shows you how does somebody get to this question. Question 1, answer 1 would get them here. Question 1, answer 2 would get them here. Question 1, answer 3 would get them here. So you can kind of see where people are going. If I need to rearrange these, I can. It would mess up my flow if I did that. So right now, that's all I need for the questions. But now I need to have, okay, high ticket application, or let's say, I mean, 997 might, let's just say, 297 course or something like that even. So I need to add new pages here. So I'm going to have my high ticket application page. I'm just going to call this one apply, create funnel step. And let's just go to a sales page. I'm gonna go ahead and use this one here. Oh, and actually I just realized I need a kind of a default page. So I'm gonna add a default page too. So I'm just gonna call default page. That's just gonna be kind of the catch-all where people will end up based on if they don't answer the high ticket or the low ticket. So anyone who doesn't match either of these is gonna end up on the kind of catch-all page here. So I'm gonna move this one right there. And then let's choose another template for that one. And then let's go ahead and add another one. Looks like, okay, so if the screen is blurry, try changing the video settings. Looks like some people are saying the screen is blurry. So, well, I'll actually be doing these as Facebook Lives from now on. So this will be where you go to the Facebook page. So let's just call this 297 sales page, and then create funnel step. And I'm just going to do a different sales page here. So let's go ahead and do that one. All right, so we've got a few different pages set up now. So basically, let's go back into our questions. So I'm going to go to outcomes. Default outcome action applies to anyone who doesn't have a specific, doesn't match any other outcome. Okay, so if I want them to go to the next page, I could just do next URL, and that'll send them to the next page in the funnel. Or I could even add the URL for this page if I wanted to. Okay, so I can add that here. I can do like a loading. I can do an instant page redirect. Oh wow, these are actually new options here. I hadn't seen these before. So in the beginning, I started out by saying you need to collect their email address, but it looks like you'll be able to do that on the page now. So so you can submit the form when it's finished. You can open a pop-up. You can hide the survey, or you can just instantly redirect them when they finish. So I'm going to leave it like this. And then I need to go back. And I'm going to add another outcome here. I need 2 more outcomes. So this one's going to be my high ticket. Okay. So high ticket. Then I'm going to add a condition. So select question, and it's going to be how much money did you make last year in real estate? If they answer more than $1 million, then I want to send them to my high ticket application page. Okay. And so I could have a different application page for real estate, for insurance, for whatever. But I'm just going to do this one right now for real estate so you can see this. Okay. If I add more conditions, they have to match all of those conditions. There isn't a way to do like or conditions. You would actually just have to add an additional outcome. So it's going to be this or this or this, but this is the default that kind of, if nobody matches anything. And then this one's going to be less than 50K. So let's set a condition, and let's say if they select less than 50,000, then I'm going to send them to my other sales page here. And just like that. Okay. Now you can see here there's some settings. You really don't need to do much here in the settings. All you can really do here is show or hide the progress bar. It also shows you can add a button to the survey if you want. By default, if somebody clicks on an answer, it's going to take them to the next question. But what I like about this is I can add a button and stylize it however I want. And so if I have a button, where's the button? There it is. I can stylize this however I want, position it however I want, and to link it to the survey, you add an action. You actually select right there, next survey question. So, and then I can change this to look however I want, basically, right? There's themes I can choose from. Do a light button. I can make this bigger. I'll say, even make this say next step. And then let's just make it bigger. Move the margin. There we go. And then if I go to the advanced tab here, I can change like the question, how the question is aligned, the subtext, make the question bigger if I want, make the answers bigger, change the progress bar size a little bit, change the color. There's some, a little bit of colors here. Change the style on the progress bar a little bit. There's a hover color, so that's going to change things as well. I'm going to do light blue, hover style. So a few different options there. No themes yet. And then the other thing I wanted to show you guys, this is pretty cool. You can create triggers. And so if you add a trigger, you can fire a Facebook pixel or fire a Google tag from Google Tag Manager based on someone's answer. So if somebody says, what industry are you in? And they say real estate, I could fire a Facebook pixel immediately. And then in my Facebook ads account, I could, basically what it's going to do is it creates a tracking event called CF survey. And then it creates a property called name. And then you can go into your ads account and set it up so that whenever somebody gets added to the real estate, so you give it a custom name here, so it's like real estate. You notice it adds the underscore automatically there. It'll basically, you could basically add them to a custom audience, and they don't even have to opt in. So it triggers right when they click the answer. In order for this to work, though, your Facebook pixel has to be in the tracking code settings in the footer. If your Facebook pixel is not on the page, it's not going to work. So Ian is saying that the triggers weren't working for him. So I'm wondering if there was something going on with the pixel or not. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna go and delete this since I don't have a Facebook pixel on the page. We went over outcomes, got a couple different outcomes, and we got our questions. So I think it's ready to preview this thing. So let's save it and preview in an incognito window. And Dale's asking, does it have to be in the footer or can it be in the header? I've seen best results putting the Facebook pixel in the footer. So you see, I can choose one of these. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose real estate because those were my custom outcomes. I'm gonna choose million, analyzing results, and then it takes me to this page. So that was the page I selected. You can see up in the browser, high ticket application page. Okay. And then, so the survey element should be available for everybody, but only in version 2 of the editor. If you're using version 1, it's the old survey element. So I'm gonna choose real estate. I'm gonna choose less than 50,000. And then you see it takes me to the 297 sales page. And then if I were to choose anything else, it would take me to that third page that I created. So you can basically segment and route people based on how they answer. So if I choose financial planner, then it's going to take me to this page, default page. So that's basically how the survey works. There's lots of cool stuff you can do with it. I'm not sure why this next survey, that didn't seem to be working. I think it's supposed to be survey next, actually, isn't it? Let's see if that. I'm going to go into the survey settings because it wasn't triggering for me. I didn't have to click the button. So let's go to settings. Yeah, survey next. So it looks like that's a little bit of a bug. So Steven's asking about the Facebook pixels. Facebook suggests it to be in the head. What do you mean seen better with the footer? So basically the header and the footer, the only difference between those is anything you put in the header is going to load before your page content loads. Anything in the footer is going to load after your page content loads. So entirely up to you. But I've just seen, it doesn't happen all the time, but I have seen issues with the Facebook pixel when it's put in the head. So I'm sure not all the time, but I've seen it where it causes issues with the page loading and stuff like that. I'm gonna go ahead and try this again because the button wasn't working before. So now if I select real estate, and then I have to click next step, then 1 million, then I have to click next step. So now the button's working. So make sure you're using hashtag survey-next in your button settings. So if you select, I'll make sure that our engineers get this fixed, but if you select next survey question, it sets this incorrectly apparently. So I'm gonna make sure I let our engineers know. Cool, all right. So, I don't know if I've seen any other questions here. I'm just gonna scroll through the comments, but go ahead. Oh, here's one from Ian. I have an ActionX question. In the launch sequence funnel from the I'm All In funnels, one of the steps is add buyers to Facebook group. Is this an actual group or pixel audience? That would be an audience because Facebook actually doesn't allow you to add people to custom groups. I've looked into it, and Facebook just does not allow it. I guess they used to, but they don't anymore. So, yeah. So for the survey, I'm gonna add it here. It's survey next. That's what you want to do. So that's gonna be your survey action. Can we put clickable photos to be selected as choices? Yeah. So that's basically what I did here. You can add any photo you want. Square is going to look best. So if I go in my question here, I just made these little icons, and they're square. But I mean, let's use like this one. You'll see. I mean, it still works, but it kind of, you know, I like all the icons to be the same size. Um, so Andres is asking, this integrates with Actionetics, correct? Yeah, so basically the way that it would work is when they land, so if you want to segment them based on uh, different answers, you would put on, like, you would have it based on the following steps. Um, And so if somebody lands on the default page, you would add them to, whatever list. If they land on the high ticket application page. And so the way you would do that with Actionetics is you could create a smart list. And so if I add a new smart list here, I'll do high ticket application and click create smart list, create new smart list. Then I'm gonna add a rule, and then I'm gonna use funnel. And I'm going to say visited step equal to, and then I need my survey demo. Where's my survey? There we go. So I'll choose high ticket application page. So basically anyone who visits this high ticket application page is going to get added to this smart list. The only way they can get to this page is by answering that question in the survey. So that's how that would work. Kathy's asking about the images. They can't be any larger. And so if you want them to be larger, what you would actually do is change the layout. So like right here, the layout, if I did a vertical 2x2, okay, so there's still a little square there. Let's check it out. I know I've messed around with this before. I just don't remember exactly. Let's do a block, I think is the one. Yeah, so they're larger like that, much larger. I think before I did like a 4x4, but if I did like a 3x3, then they wouldn't be as big, but something like that, And so this is why you want to use like all square images, or at least images that are the exact same aspect ratio, um, because it doesn't look good when it's like that. But that's how you would change the size. Um, Andres, but can I send the funnel through the Actionetics list? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Might need you to explain that a little bit more, Andres. Tyler's asking, any tips for best practices for a virtual summit funnel? There was, I actually asked the question in a group. Um, I don't know, it was probably a year ago or so, about best examples of a virtual summit, and there were some good links to existing virtual summits. But basically, I mean, there was a share funnel in there too that looked pretty good. I think it was from Steven Esquetzis. He had like he created like a page template for a virtual summit, and it looks pretty good. So I mean, best tips in general. I mean, you basically, you would have like a virtual summit funnel. Let's do this. I always have to I always have to come back to the whiteboard here, back to the drawing board. So for example, like you'd have your landing page, right? And you would want this to be like an opt-in slash, registration page. I totally spelled that wrong, but you get what I mean. And so you have your opt-in registration page, and that's kind of like all the event details, right? You have like all the faces of everyone who's on your virtual summit, all that kind of stuff. And then after they register, well, one, kind of in the background, you'd want to add them to a list, right? So that way they can get the emails, leading up to the event. But what I would do here is you could send them to either a sales page or an order page, to buy the recordings. So so basically, then they can purchase the recordings. You could have an upsell even if you wanted to. but really, like, you don't have to sell these for very much, 47 to 97 or something like that. And that's really just meant to kind of cover your ad spend. Um, and then yeah, you can have an OTO, and then confirmation or thank you page or whatever, right? And so that's kind of the initial funnel. And then what you could do is have a page, like almost like a broadcast page, right? And this is kind of like where you're doing your virtual summit. And so you could do, I mean, if you're doing your virtual summit with, go to webinar, you could do YouTube Live. Honestly, I think YouTube Live would be, oh, look at that. Chris Gutierrez, he put the share funnel link for the virtual summit from Hawk. I think there was another one from Stephen Esquetzis as well. But so you can have your broadcast page. If you did YouTube Live, you could just embed it right on the page, and then you just swap out the YouTube Live URL. You could basically like schedule out your all your sessions of the virtual summit for YouTube Live. Do it that way. Do it via Google Hangouts. So yeah. Okay. The other thing is if you were at Funnel Hacking 2016, if you got the notes, um, which I doubt are still available from 2016, or if you got the presentations in Funnel Immersion, which is also no longer available. The Russell's presentation called Expert Secrets, I believe it was. He talked about like the whole strategy behind it, and so I'd recommend referring to that. That's going to be the best place to, get the strategy behind the virtual summit. But as far as like building it out, this is kind of how you would set that up. All right, cool. Let me see. Okay, so Andres was saying, can I send it as an email broadcast to my email list? Yeah, so basically, if you wanted to get, your email list, if you wanted them to take your survey, you could just create an email broadcast, and you would just take the link to your survey page and add that to your email. So that would be super easy to do. Annette is asking, can I create a whole new funnel for a completely different business in my one ClickFunnels account? I'd like to have a different URL, for example, a different subdomain, different domain. So you could, but only on the full Edison suite, I believe. I think on the startup plan, I think you get 3 domains. So in the full Edison suite, I think you get unlimited domain. I might be mistaken on that. I'm not sure. So let's see. Armando posted a screenshot, but I don't know what it is. I'm going to pull it up in the tab here. Let's see. Okay, so that's the one he grabbed, was from the blog post. It was the Summit survey registration page. If anyone searches in the group itself, search for virtual summit, and there's going to be some links in there as well. And the other thing was, like, there were some links to just people outside of ClickFunnels who were doing virtual summits, like Navid Moazez, different people like that. So if you search for virtual summit, and then I just found my post here from May, so I'll add this to the comments here. So there's my post where I had asked about. Thank you. I actually viví en Uruguay por 2 años, Andrés. So I actually speak Spanish, even though I'm as gringo as they get. All right. So I added that to the group there. If you look in the comments, I think there's a couple different links, different templates. So different things. Anyway, let's go on to next question. I'm gonna check out our stats here on the video. Peak live viewers 73. I don't know how many total viewers are on right now. If I refresh the page, it shows me. Let's see. But 64. Awesome. Usually have between 60 to 80 or so on these, so it's a good turnout. Let's see. $65. Awesome. Let me see. Did we get any other questions here? I think I answered Annette's question. If you need any clarification on that, Annette, let me know. Let's see. I'm going to see if there's any questions that anyone added to the group, maybe. I could show you guys how I'm streaming live with Facebook Live. I actually even figured out how to bring in like an additional presenter. Sharon's asking, I've got funnels and Actionetics, will I have the survey power as well? Yeah, everyone should have access to the survey. Everyone should have access to the survey, no matter which account level you have. Let's see. On some of this ClickFunnels sales pages, they now have a quote-unquote bug in the lower left-hand corner showing sales. Russell said we should all have access to that. Where so if you've gone all in, you can enable it's called Digital Table Rush. So let me show you what I mean. If I go to ClickFunnels.com, down here on the bottom left, you'll see a little pop-up that shows. It was waiting for everything to finish loading here. There we go. There's the pop-up. So it shows people that signed up.
Jared.
So it's their social proof.
Nicole. Hi.
Social proof, basically, that people are signing up. And so you can only do this on order pages or upsell pages. Basically, any page that has a product. And so I'll go to the order form here. Go to the publishing tab, and then you can enable or disable Digital Table Rush. This is only available to those who went all in. So if you have, I have, I forgot that I have the desktop audio enabled. That's part of how you get additional people into your live stream. So hold on, I'm going to give you the link, www.imallin.com. So basically you can upgrade, to get, you go all in with the Edison Suite, then you get access to the Digital Table Rush, a bunch of other cool features, and you also get follow-up funnels and Actionetics, all like 15 follow-up funnels that are incredible. If you already have the full suite, go there and you can get those follow-up funnels. Yes, Andres, this is all in the Edison Suite. If you only have the startup plan, basically you can create funnels, but nothing with like Actionetics, sending email broadcasts and things like that. Renee's asking, is there a function in the survey that would allow people to type in an answer? Not right now. I know we brought that up internally, but not right now. But I mean, you could. So for example, do I still have that? Okay, so like for example here, I could, as my outcome, for my default outcome, I could say hide survey, and then I could have like a question below, like an input form. So I could have my question here, like custom type. And I could just say, question 1. What is your favorite color? Something like that. And then the survey would disappear. And then I would want to set this button to submit the form, right? Then I would change it to finalize and go to next step, basically. So that's how you would do that. Has the all-in swag been sent out yet? I am not sure on that one. Alec is asking, is it possible to embed a contract online for signing into one of the pages, membership funnel contract, or what is the easiest way to get a client to sign a document within the ClickFunnels flow? So for the ClickStart program, we actually have a agreement that everyone signs, and it's embedded right into a ClickFunnels page. So if you go into Write Signature, you set up your document in there, and then you can get an embed code, and and uh, and then you would just basically add the custom HTML element, and you can embed it right onto the page. Chat's asking how many characters can that form field hold. So you can change this also. You could do, instead of this is bothering me, I have to move this, change this margin, drop that button down. You instead of just having like a single line answer, we could do a text area, so we can make this bigger. You can even do a really big paragraph answer. So yep, writesignature.com. It's actually the same company that owns GoToWebinar, GoToMeeting, all those things. So all right, 1 second here. All right, so I'm just seeing if there's any other questions that I answer or need to answer. Looks like I got to everything so far. All right. So I guess I could show you how I did the Facebook Live. So you need OBS, which is this app right here, and you can set up scenes. So this basically, it's pretty cool because it allows you to switch between different things. So like I have a scene set up so you can hear my voice and see just this image. So that was kind of like the opening. And then I had an intro, which is my camera, right? So you can see me there now. Then I have my screen share, and then I have an outro, which is also my webcam, and then just sorry, when I click on the closing one there, there actually is no audio. So basically, and so this is for a Mac. I'm not sure on PC exactly how to do this, but basically with Mac you need an app called Soundflower. I'll have to put together a whole tutorial on this. So you can record the video straight from OBS. I'm not recording just because it's Facebook Live. Facebook Lives are automatically recorded, so I didn't need to worry about recording it. Yeah, so I'm using OBS on a Mac, and so you set up all your inputs and everything like that. With PC, I'm sure you can do it, but there's an app called Soundflower for Mac that you need. And then basically what you do, this is on Mac, so you go to the audio MIDI setup, and I had to find an article on how to do all this. And all the articles were basically for like gamers, like how to screen share and get all your like co-players or whatever they're called. Loop back from Rogue Amoeba. Oh, that's good to know. So there is still a Soundflower, but it looks like there's also Loopback. Um, but yeah, OBS is free. I wouldn't use that Softonic link, Chris. There's a link from GitHub that's better. That Softonic link didn't work for me. Didn't even download. And then you go into audio devices on your Mac, which is the audio MID I set up. And basically you have to create a new aggregate device, and you add Soundflower, and you add um, your input. So I'm using this Plantronics headset. So that's my input device. And then you add a multi-output device and do the same thing, Soundflower and Plantronics. And you could do this with any app, but I I figure Skype is probably the easiest way. And so you would get Skype, and then in your Skype settings, let me go to Skype here. Um, so I mean, go to my other camera. There we go. Um, I set my speakers as the multi-output device. Um, and then the other thing you have to do is in your OBS settings. I don't think I can change anything, but you go to audio and you set your desktop audio device to Soundflower. So this is all on Mac, but looks like Chris found another extension that allows you to pass audio to other applications. So that is, I mean, that's kind of the overview. Um, it took a little bit of finagling and tweaking to get it done right. So, um, like I said, I probably need to. I'll do a tutorial or something like that. But um, so loop back. Um, let's see, OBS. There's the OBS link. There's a link to some Soundflower on GitHub. Oh, that's what that is. Yeah, I think that's the one that I got. So the other thing that is kind of cool, like you can, I mean, OBS is so robust. Like you could even do, like you can do, what was it, green screen chroma key. So you can add various things, so I can add a media source, and then I can do advanced right here, and then I could do, I don't know where it is. Maybe it's a different thing. But basically, I mean, you can do a lot of different things. You can do, fairly high level productions. I mean, that's how, so like you guys see this streaming bar at the bottom. That's just a animated GIF. Right here you see, so like if I hide that, now it's gone. I can show it. Does it work with BeLive.tv? Honestly, I wouldn't even mess with BeLive.tv. If you want to screen share, if you're just doing a two-person interview, BeLive.tv is great. But if you're doing a screen share, if you want a more robust presentation, I wouldn't even mess with it, because it I mean, you could, because basically what this is doing is if I had somebody on a Skype call right now, right here you see desktop audio, like that's just going to pull in my Skype. So like for example, I'll show you guys. I'm going to call someone right now, so you can hear it ringing, and I don't know if they're going to answer, but yeah, that's how you would do that. And then you can hear my Skype audio. Then if they start talking, then I went ahead and hung up so it wouldn't keep ringing. But can we do split screen interviews in that too? So the way that you would do that is basically you would do a video. I went through so many tutorials to figure out how to do this. Um, you can actually, so if you do a video, so let's do this. Let's try that call again here. So, oh, now it's ringing. Here we go. So I've actually got Tyler on here with me. And
hi, everyone. Who am I talking to?
So you're on the funnels Q&A.
Awesome. Hello, everybody.
And so if I wanted to show your video, I could add, let's see, you do window capture. and then I could just say Skype, and then um, let's find Skype here. Skype. So now you see the Skype preview, but I don't want to show all my contacts in Skype. So, I mean, I guess you have to crop it somehow. There's a way to do that, but it's not giving me that option. So, um, anyway, let's get rid of that one.
I like seeing the delay from when live to when it hits the live video
Yeah, so there's like a 10-second delay.
for wardrobe malfunctions.
Right. Well, I don't know. I don't know if you're that quick, but so it's like the CNN guy video over there, the BBC guy. But anyway, so that's how you do that. Oh, it's still showing right here. I got the little tiny Skype window showing. So I mean, you could do that. But anyway, there's a bunch of. I mean, you mess around with it. And like I said, you can with different capture types. You can do you can like crop them, different things, all that kind of stuff. So lots of cool things that you can do.
Very cool.
But that's probably going to be about it for today. Let me see if there's any. Let's see. There was a question. I can't remember who was asking it. Oh, James was asking if I'm based in the Boise office. I am. I'm in the Boise office. So I think that's it. Where's the replay going to be available? It's going to be on the Facebook page. I'll also add it to our support docs in the replay. So if you go to docs.clickfunnels.com, I'm actually going to mute Tyler now, or his kids.
Okay, bye guys.
And I'm going to move OBS out of there. But so if I go, I just search for replay here. And there's a funnels weekly Q&A replay. So that's going to be that's the one from last week actually. And then here's all the replays. So I'll have the funnels replay, integrations, actionetics. So here's the link. I'm going to add this to the top here. Where'd that link go? Oh, there it is. So I'm going to pin that to the top. Alex asking, does the OBS auto sync with Facebook, or how do you set it up with Facebook? So basically, what you do is in OBS, oh, my ClickFunnels window popped up, so I hadn't saved. So I'm going to save that. So in the settings for stream, there's a stream key, and you actually get that from Facebook. They'll give you you select Facebook Live, and then you get a stream key, and you just paste it in here. So I'm doing a live stream tomorrow. I'll just change out that stream key. I'll leave all my other settings the same, and I'll be ready to go. And then about 10 minutes before I start, I'll start streaming, and then Facebook picks up that stream, shows you a preview, and yeah. So let's see. I think that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and call it, you guys. We're at about 1 hour, just shy. So I can change it to my outro here, and you guys can see me, and I can say goodbye. It's been great having you on here. Let's look at the stats here for this video really quick. So that's what's kind of cool. Facebook shows you the stats. So 73 live peak viewers. Not sure how many people still on here, but shows you total minutes viewed. I can actually see a little preview of myself. You have to mute your own preview though, or else you can hear yourself in your ear. It's kind of annoying. but yeah, so it gives you some pretty cool stats and shows you the engagement and everything like that. And so anyway, that's going to be about it for today. Hope everyone has a great one. We'll see you tomorrow. Make sure, since these are going to be Facebook Lives, I'm going to be posting the links in the Facebook group. And you can also go to the Q&A sign up page to get reminders. So the next upcoming Q&As are going to be right here. So this one's actually live right now, which is kind of funny. These ones are scheduled. So every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Next week, time's probably going to change. We might be going a little bit later. So hopefully that helps people out who are in Australia on the other side of the world. And let's see, any other questions? Is that Corbin in the background? That is Corbin. Corbin's on the live stream now. You can see his hair. Oh, second subdomain. So basically, let's do that really quick actually. So you would go into your account settings, go to custom domains, and then you would just need to add in, add your additional domain here, domain or subdomain. You could add those here in your custom domains, and then you would go into, you'd create a new funnel, and then you would just add that as your other domain. So if I go into like the publishing settings here, you'll see I have the option of selecting which domain I want on that funnel step. And there's actually 2 spots for each funnel step. You go to the publishing settings, or this little gear icon here, it goes to the same place, and then you go to the page settings here. And you change the domain there as well. And that's all you have to do if you want to add a second domain or subdomain to your account. If you have questions on adding the domain itself, make sure you check out our support docs or contact our support team. And that's it. So I hope everyone has a great one. And I just realized I wasn't even sharing my screen that entire time that I answered your question, and I apologize. I thought I was sharing my screen. I was looking at my screen and doing everything and showing everything on my screen, but thanks, James. So I'll change it back to the screen share here. We'll go through that one more time. So basically, I added the domain in my custom domain. So you just add an additional domain or subdomain here, and then you in the settings you would select for each funnel step. You would select what domain you want to use. We have a feature coming soon. I don't know how soon, but basically where you'll just have to set the domain once and it'll update for all your funnel steps. So how to set up a second subdomain. I was just going through that in it. So I'm not sure if you need more clarification on that, I would go to our support docs here, go to custom domains. Here's the link here. I'll add this. I'm going to add this to the comments. And I think you can have up to 3 with a $97 account. Not 100% sure on that one. So that's it. All right. What headset do I use? It's a Plantronics something. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and call it right there, you guys. It's been great having you all on here, and I hope you have a great day.